So here I'm going to show you the process that I go through when doing a calcination of an herb. And we're going to do burdock today. This has already been macerating in alcohol for 6 weeks and strained. I have the tincture in my medicine cabinet, and I saved this for the day that I would be doing my calcinations, which is today. I'm going to pour about half of this into this crucible. This calcination will take the rest of the day because I have to do it in 2 batches. So I have the herb going in the kiln. So this is what it looks like after the first calcination. Pretty much all herbs look like this. You'd be really lucky to get it to be lighter at this stage. It requires taking it out of the kiln and grinding it down to an ash and then put back in the kiln. I put the first calcination into a smaller crucible, grinding it. It's nice and fine. And this will go back in the kiln, probably about 30 minutes. It's pretty dark. This is after second calcination, or is it the third? Sometimes you lose track. Still not good enough. So I'm going to grind it and put it back. Another 25 minutes. I don't have any information about how long to calcine for, but we're always looking for that white ash or as close as we can get to it. I can see it's still very dark. It's had a total of 2 hours at 1200 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the third calcination, and it's quite dark. So I'm going to put it back another half an hour in the kiln and see what we get. I have discovered that some herbs just won't get white enough. Some of them stay this color, no matter how many times you calcine. So we'll see about this one. Ready to go back in. So this is the 4th calcination, which took all day just about. I'm going to grind it up and see what color we have. And hopefully it'll be a nice light gray at least. process is not one that you can do quickly. It really has taught me patience above any other patience lesson I ever had, because you have to wait 20 or so minutes for the kiln to cool down before you can even open it, and then you have to wait another 20 or so minutes to be able to go in there and grab your crucible with the calcined herbs with some heat-resistant gloves. So that's it. It's a light gray, and I think I'm gonna go with it. I have been able to get some nice white ash, or very, very close to white ash, but it wasn't as a result of continuing to put the ground ashes back in the kiln. It seems that there are certain plants that may not get that color. I don't know if I should put this back or not. Okay, 4th calcination, and looks like that might have done it. Yep, that looks like it. Okay, the next step then is to put the ashes in a test tube that's labeled. And I have a little spoon that I scoop it out with. Get all of it. The work is really fascinating because as you're doing this, you start to come to realizations about why you're doing this and see that it really is an elevated form of medicine. The reason being that A, it's herbs, but the herbs are purified to such a point that the body recognizes the healing properties of those herbs almost immediately. And it's Spagyric medicine. Dandelion. These ashes have been calcined, and my experience so far is that you have to put them in a few times, heat them up, take them out, grind them up, put them back until you can get something like this. However, this one went in 4 times, and you can see how dark it is compared to that. And see my lightest color. Yeah, I think it's dandelion. Next step, I'm ready to put the ashes back into the tincture from which they came from for the next step in the Spagyric process. And in a week or 2 or however long, I will filter this ash out plus whatever is left from here, this material. I will have a true spagyric medicine. So what I've just done is I've added the alkaline salts back into the tincture, and this now has been separated and brought back together so that we have in this medicine the sulfur, the mercury, and the salt, which is spagyric terminology. New sprinkler for my garden.